Hello, learners, and welcome to U.S. History, Reconstruction to Present. We're on week 8, and this week we're going to do units 2.9, 2.10, 2.11, and 2.12. So those are the assignments there. We're going to talk about the struggle for equality as we come out of Reconstruction, just different issues with class, gender, religion, things that are happening as America grows larger, and some immigration challenges. Okay, so some big concepts, equality and immigration. And I found this immigration video. I thought this would be something that you guys would be interested in. I found it very interesting. And I'm going to include an extra video just under the resources in the Google Classroom if you'd like to watch that as well. But I thought this was, like I said, pretty interesting here.
All right, well, the Trump administration outraging the leftovers.
And it's not constitutional. I mean, I can't get anybody to...
Okay, sorry about that. We're a little
the Trump
glitch.
Administration outraging the leftovers, extreme vetting, and tougher border controls.
So we wanted to know how much harder it was for our ancestors to get here. That's right. So I took a trip a couple days ago to the historic Ellis Island right here in New York to find out exactly how tough the immigration process used to be. We're here at Ellis Island, America's primary immigration gateway for over 60 years. From 1892 to 1954, over 12 million immigrants walked through those doors and were processed as they entered America. We're here to learn about that process and how it compares to the immigration process today. Ranger Johnson.
Pete, how are you doing?
How are you? Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Where are we right now?
Right now you've walked into the baggage room, and so when immigrants would come off the barges coming in, the ferries, they come right in here. They'd be encouraged to check in their luggage right away.
After they drop their luggage, where are they going?
They're going to begin their inspection process, the health examination. There would be at least 6 doctors.
6 doctors?
Right, that would be watching you as you come up and stop at these landings and then make certain turns and different angles. That would provide the doctors with vantage points to really make an assessment of your...
So they're looking for physical health and condition.
That's right. They would indicate what seemed to be wrong or seemed to have a problem by this chalk mark system.
So chalk marking. So they would come up with chalk and literally...
Literally right on your lapel or maybe on your hat or some part of your outfit.
This is effectively where new immigrants meet the bureaucracy and the immigration laws of the United States of America.
Right. They're trying to determine whether the individual will be able to work in some fashion, earn money, that they are healthy, and also to determine that they're not likely to become a public charge. Those are the main 3.
What does public charge mean?
Public charge would mean that the government, through taxes being paid, are somehow going to have to take care of these people.
How many people were turned back on a total basis?
Talk about maybe about 20% that were initially detained for either legal issues or health issues. But out of all that and all those numbers, only about 2% are actually excluded or sent back. Well, there were several different types of mental tests or exams. One of them, yes, it's actually literally just a piece of wood that's been sawed into puzzle pieces.
It's not clear that I would have been admitted. It's not clear at all. We're standing at kind of the podium where a final judgment is given. I also see, whether you're an anarchist or whether you're a polygamist or whether you've committed a crime. If anarchists were a threat, they want to make sure you're not one.
Right, and by 1901, President McKinley is assassinated by an anarchist. So at least by 1903, a version that we have, the question has been added. Part of the idea was perhaps to impress upon them the idea of a patriotism to this new country, and as the term would develop, Americanism.
As millions of immigrants came through, a lot of things changed in the way it was configured. One thing never changed: the presence of huge, beautiful American flags that greeted every single new immigrant that entered this room. The idea was, you may have come from any corner of the earth, but you are now here in America to be an American. And our expectation is that you will work hard, have an allegiance for this country, and do everything you can to move your family forward and this country forward. It was the idea that made America a very special place. It was It's amazing to see and be reminded of how stringent we were to making sure the people coming in here were willing to work, weren't bringing in illnesses, and weren't going to be on the public charge or in need of benefits overwhelmingly, and ultimately that they assimilated to the idea of America. You contrast that today, 75.9% of refugees that come to America are on food stamps. And I think the distinction between refugees and immigrants was different then, right? You had a different classification and all that. But the expectation was if you come here to work, you come here to invest, you come here to become an American, which is a little bit different than the sort of multicultural ethos that we have today, which is kind of do your own thing. And it changes the fabric of your country.
Do you have any ancestors that came through there?
We checked. No, they all came from Norway, but I don't think there were any there that came through Ellis.
Vikings.
They came on their own ships by
And then
themselves.
they burned their boats when they got here.
Okay, so hopefully that gives you a little bit better of an idea of immigration and what some of the ancestors had to go through in order to remain in America. And I know that there was a little bit of commentary there. It was more of a current event than an older piece of history there. But I thought that was kind of neat to get something that was more current, and you could see the current state of Ellis Island. I was lucky enough to go there in 2006. I had a friend living in New York, and I was able to stay with her for about a week, so I got to see a lot of New York City, and I'm lucky enough to go to Ellis Island for the day. It is a pretty amazing place if you've never been there. Okay, so again, do your Google Classroom. We are now on to growth and innovation as we move through the class and the school year. Okay, so any questions or concerns, please reach out to me, and if not, you have a wonderful week. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.